is the 18th of August. Um, it's the 18th of August 2025. This is GBPUSD, right? GBPUSD weekly chart. Now, what do we have? Right, still have our bullish order flow. Right, fresh chart, fresh week, fresh perspective. We still have our weekly order flow, still going, still targeting these highs. Right, first target has been met, second target are these highs, which I'm looking at. Yeah, but we have a few roadblocks before the high. Right, we have this level right here, and we also have this level right here. Right, we have these two levels. Right, so those are roadblocks which we might experience. Right, so what I'm going to be doing is each of those roadblocks are going to be targets. Right, so we have this, which is our overall target, unless proven otherwise. Yeah, then we have this, then we have this. Right, so these three levels are levels I'm very interested in. And these two levels like this, levels I'm very interested in, right? For price to get into. So what will I be doing? Looking for buy to get into those levels. Right, that's what I'm going to be doing, looking for buys to get into those levels. And one below. The one below. Alright, cool. So that's what I'm invested in at this point. So what do we have? Yeah, we've taken out our first target from last week. We still have this target, this target, this target. So we'll just patiently wait for price to give us something for us to be able to get into those targets. So currently we have nothing. Yeah, we have nothing. Currently we have nothing. Looking at this, price has already mitigated this, so there's nothing for price to do here anymore. Friday was an inside bar, an inside day, right? This might be a problem because we might drop lower, probably. We might drop lower to target this right here. Yeah, to take that out before we have any buys, right? And if we take that out, the next daily POI I'm seeing, it's down here, and this week there's a whole lot of news. Right, this week there's a whole lot of news. So let's see what happens. Yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens, right? So I see price taking out this candle week slow, yeah, at least down into these levels. So let's go to the 4 hour. Yeah, very clean stuff GU is doing here. Right, yeah, we're definitely going to take this out. Yeah, we're definitely going to take this out. But where is the nearest liquidity to that point? The nearest POI to that point on liquidity is nearest POI at this point. Where this nearest 4 hour POI. So we might come into that zone, then buy, right? Or might drop down into this levels and buy. But this level already has mitigations, right? So it's kind of iffy, but I prefer this level. This level is fresh, right? Hasn't been tagged yet. This is his inducement. We're looking for price coming to that zone and buy, right? So I'll probably be having something like this. I'll probably having an entry here like this, right? Probably be having an entry here like this. Then it stops below this candle here. 16.9 pips. Let's just call it 17 pips. Right, let's just call it 17 pips. 170 points, 17 pips stops. So I'll probably be having something like this. Yeah, for GU on the 4 hour. Right, targets this first area here. But this is 4 hours, so it's a 4 hour. So yeah, we know that's going to be a while. Alright, so for the trade I'm going to take us down, so I'm looking for sales take us down into these levels. right? So this was Friday's closing price. Price might come into that level before we sell. Right? Friday's closing price, today's opening price, whatever. Yeah, so price might come to that level there, right? This level before we drop. So I'll be paying attention to that level very, very well. Right, currently going below. So let's see what I have on like the 1 hour and 30 minute. Alright, clean. There's a very clean supply there. Alright, besides us having a very, very clean supply there, what do we have? We have what? We have price taking out this level here. Right, taking out this level. Was that level inducement? No. Did it? Okay, hold on. So did it trade above? This was the high here, 35623. Was the high here, 35623. So they're equal high. So there's no inducements here. We haven't taken out anything. I haven't taken out anything around here. Right, so there's nothing here to be taken out. We haven't taken anything, but we just have like clean supply. We have clean order flow, right? Price comes into this, pushes down, come back up, pushes down. That's all we have. We have clean order flow. Yeah, so the only place now to sell is from here. Right? Why there? That place also perfectly aligns with our mid Asian session. Right? So what do we have here? We have Asian low here, Asian high right here. Right? Aligns perfectly with our mid Asian session. Right? So usually price come back up into mid Asian session before we get that drop. Right? So um yeah, I think that's about that. I want to sell from there, right, into this low. And very easy, straightforward stuff. Sell from there into this low. Easy and straightforward. Shouldn't be overcomplicating things. Yeah. Okay, on the 30 minutes we had clean sweeps. Well, 30 minutes we have like sweep one, sweep two, right? Manipulated all of that and dropped. Yeah, all of that and dropped. So, but what I don't like currently is this very huge volume break. Yeah, right. This huge volume break. I don't like this. I really don't like this, right? Because with that happening, I'm now forced to look at this breaker here. I'm now forced to look at this breaker, right? Which I really don't want to do because I really only want to sell from above this price, right? But this big volume here tells me that okay, we might not get into that level. So I'll wait and see what happens though, right? I want to wait and see if we have something like this. Then I'll happily use the breaker. Right. Besides that, my mind is all up for these levels right here. These levels right here. So let's see what happens though. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. So that's that for GU. I want to sell. And that's that for GU. I want to sell into these targets, right? So use whatever entries you have your system provides for you and get those sales, right? Whatever entries your system provides for you, use it and get those sales. Right? But you already know the clear direction, so just do what works for you. And that's that. Yeah. Small liquidity, break of structure, clear range, very clear, clean range. Very clear and clean range. So just use what your system provides for you to take that trade. Right? So that's that. Let's see something. Mm, Yeah, that's I'm done, Joe. Just use whatever your system provides for you to take that. This is the target. Find your entries and that's it. Yeah.